Uh, oh my god, this draft. This was an up and down draft. What's going on, you guys? How you guys doing today? I hope you're doing really great. But today, I'm going to go over the first night of the WWE Draft for SmackDown and Raw. Let's start off with round number 1. Drew McIntyre got drafted to Raw. Drew McIntyre got the first pick for the WWE Draft 2020. Yes, man, that's really cool for him. I was thinking that Roman Reigns was going to be the first one to be picked, but it was actually Drew McIntyre. And I'm actually wearing his shirt right now. He is my favorite wrestler right now in the WWE. That's cool for him, man. And for the second pick, we got Roman Reigns. He got drafted to SmackDown. I wasn't really surprised from these two. I knew that they weren't going to really change the champions in their respective brands. Even Asuka too, she stayed on Raw as well. But remember on my last video, guys, when I mentioned that Seth Rollins might be going to SmackDown? Well, it came true. He is gonna go to SmackDown. It is time, man. It was time for him to have a new scenery. And now SmackDown is going to be his home for a whole year, depending on when he's gonna go back to Raw. But as of now, in 2020, he's going to SmackDown. And the last pick for round 1 was the Hurt Business. I wasn't really surprised that they were going to stay in Raw. I feel like that's like the best home for them right now. They can get a lot of airtime just being there for 3 hours. If they went to SmackDown, I believe that they would not have that much camera time. And so Raw is like the best place for them, I believe. They're doing pretty well there as well. And now let's go to round number 2. The first pick for round 2 was AJ Styles. He is going to Raw. You know, I really wanted him to stay on SmackDown. He's better off there, but I heard that he had issues with Paul Heyman. And also he wanted to visit his son's football games on Fridays. So that's why I believe it's reasonable that he wanted to move to Raw. But again, that's his choice. He wanted to go back to Raw. As for me, I wanted him to stay on SmackDown. Now, for the second pick, it was Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is staying on SmackDown. Since she's having a feud with Bayley, I believe Sasha is better off staying on SmackDown. The next one was Naomi. She is going to Raw. Lately, we haven't really seen her that much. I'm not really sure how different it's going to be for her if she's going to Raw. She really hasn't been on SmackDown for a while. Or was she on Raw? See, I don't even know if she was on Raw or on SmackDown, because we haven't really seen her that much. But hope for the best for her. And she challenges Asuka maybe in the future. We don't know. The next pick, it was Bianca Belair. She is going to SmackDown. Now that's really cool. She is going to fight Bayley for the champion. Maybe so, maybe. This is what I have an issue with people from NXT moving to the main rosters for Raw and SmackDown. Like, they do so well on NXT, but then like if they move to Raw or SmackDown, their like push is just not that well, and they just fall off, just like how they did with Ricochet last year. Cedric Alexander is actually gaining momentum by being with the Hurt Business, but for Bianca Belair, they need women superstars, and I believe she's going to be one of those main event women superstars. The next one, and the last pick for round 2, it was Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. They're staying in Raw. They have the women's tag team champions. I actually really do see them doing pretty well on Raw. So I believe that it would have made a big difference if they actually moved to SmackDown. But they're doing pretty well on Raw, to be honest. Now, round number 3. Ricochet was the first pick, and he's staying on Raw. Let's just hope that they're actually pushing him to become a very good superstar, like I said before. Last year really wasn't his year, and maybe they're going to start pushing him after this WWE draft is over. Hopefully. Okay, now I have an issue with this one, the next one. Jey Uso, he is staying on SmackDown. I don't know why they didn't put the Usos together, because they're tag team partners. And I don't know why they didn't just put both of them on SmackDown. Maybe the other one's gonna go to Raw and they're just gonna separate them. We don't know because they haven't really mentioned the other Uso yet. And now the next one on the list was Mandy Rose. She is going to Raw. They actually been showing her on Raw lately, and that was really not a big surprise because we kind of already knew that she was already gonna go there. So yeah, for this one it was Rey Mysterio and Dominic. They're going to SmackDown. They're still gonna continue that feud they had with Seth Rollins. Oh man, but now it's gonna be on SmackDown. I just wish they could have stayed on Raw, but like, I believe SmackDown right now is like the best place for any superstar. They had like the best opportunities right there. Better than Raw right now. Plus it's on Fox. Fox gets more viewers than USA Network. And the next one on the list was The Miz and John Morrison. They are going to Raw. I believe these two, they need to separate from one another. The Miz should become the heel on this story, and John Morrison should become a very popular babyface. That's how I see it in the future. Hopefully they just separate them, because it's just really not working for them. I don't know, what do you think about this? Do you think they should separate and go on their singles career, or they should just stay as a tag team? Now, round number 4. This one, the first pick for round 4, it was Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Not with Biggie. They are going to Raw. That's crazy because they actually won the SmackDown tag team titles and now they're taking them to Raw. Does that mean that the Street Profits are gonna go to SmackDown? Or, I don't know. That's crazy that they're gonna do that. In the second pick for round 4, it was Biggie. He's staying on SmackDown. I believe this is how it had to go. It was time for the New Day to actually separate. They've been together for 6 years. They've been together since 2014, guys. It's been a while, and it was actually time for them to split up. Biggie needs that singles career. I know it was a really hard decision that they made, but I think it was necessary. This is how it needed to go. The next pick was Dana Brooke. She is going to Raw. Just like how I said about Mandy Rose, she has also been coming out on Raw lately, and that wasn't really a big surprise. And as for the next pick, it is Otis. He is staying on SmackDown. Okay, but why didn't they include Tucker, his tag team partner, as well? That's crazy, right? You'll find out in a little bit. I believe that's like his best choice for him, staying on SmackDown. I don't really see him gaining any momentum on Raw. And as for the last pick for round 4, is Angel Garza. He is staying on Raw. As for this pick, like I said before in my previous video, I believe that Angel Garza or Andrade, whichever brand they go to, they can do pretty well. But like, the reason I believe they really chose Angel Garza to be on Raw is because he got injured on a pay-per-view match. And so I believe that's going to mess up his schedule, and this could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing for him. But like, since he was the favorite from the duel between him and Andrade, he's gonna do pretty well. Okay, this one I didn't really see it on TV. It actually came out on Talking Smack. I don't even watch Talking Smack, but I follow the WWE Instagram accounts and Twitter accounts. And that's how I noticed they actually announced more people going to different brands. And the last one, round number 5. The first pick, it was Humberto Carrillo. He is staying on Raw. I don't know, maybe he's gonna do pretty well on Raw. We really haven't seen him lately. The last match we saw him on, it was when he tag teamed with Dominic, but I don't really see him as a singles career. I remember last year, he was one of my favorite newcomers into the company, but like, they haven't really showed him lately. And this one is not really surprising. Murphy, he is moving to SmackDown. That whole storyline between the Mysterios and Seth Rollins and Murphy is going to SmackDown. A bigger audience so people can see it. Cool. Now, this one was really surprising, guys. Tucker, he is going to Raw. They really actually separated Heavy Machinery. Why did they do that? They need tag teams. Why would they separate them? Why couldn't they just go together? Tucker's gonna go to Raw and Otis to SmackDown. Why? Kalisto, he is remaining on SmackDown. No surprise there. I believe he does way better on SmackDown. He's not really gonna do well on Raw if he did get drafted there. And the last pick for the night, it was Drew Gulak. He is staying on Raw. I know, guys, that the 24/7 champion is a jobber's title. Like, it doesn't really mean anything. It actually kind of does. As long as he's getting airtime, I believe he's gonna do pretty well. You know, he was one of Daniel Bryan's favorites. He wanted him to be pushed to the moon. But like, WWE just sometimes they just really mess up. Maybe in the near future they can make him a star, like for an Intercontinental Champion run. We don't know. But yeah, guys, overall I just feel like they should not have split the tag teams just like that. That's crazy. And for the New Day, I believe it was time for them to move on. But like for Heavy Machinery and the Usos, nah, they should have just included them together in the draft. But that's basically my thoughts and opinions of what I thought about night number 1 for this draft pick. What do you guys think of this? Do you agree that they should have split up the tag teams or not? Do you agree with the draft picks? If so, comment down below, guys. Let me know what you think. Well, guys, that is it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And if y'all did, make sure to subscribe to the channel and also follow me on my social medias for more videos. And as always, guys, live to the fullest.